So in order to show your identity, we have to provide your user ID and the password. So now only these are the two text boxes are available here. So now when you go to that start in, nothing but this is a pick list is available. It is providing some set of options to you, like as a bank accounts, dashboards, my accounts, payments, transfers, like that some options are available inside this pick list. Now, whenever I'm logging in as a personal savings customer, it is providing a different graphical user interface. In this graphical user interface, different options are available, different look and feel is available, and the different text boxes are available. Nothing but the fields are available. And in this pick list field, we are having some different options are available. A set of options are populated. Now, for example, here I'm logging as a corporate customer. Now, I'm using the same ICICI Bank application, but now I'm selecting the option as corporate. Instead of using the personal, I'm using corporate right now. When I click on corporate, it is providing the login screen to me. Now this login screen is completely different. So now previously, just now I have tried to log in as a personal savings customer, but at that time, the look and feel is different, and the options are different, and the fields are different, and inside that pick list, you will be having some different set of fields: transfers, bulk transfer, bill pay, tax payment, other services. Nothing but what happened. He is also a customer, nothing but he may be utilizing that account for his business transaction. He is also a customer. I'm using that account for my personal transaction, for my personal savings. I'm also a customer. All the customer details are available inside the same object itself, in the same table itself. But even though whenever the customer wants to log in into the ICICI Bank application through online, depends upon that account type which they are holding, they are going to be differentiating the different user interfaces. When they click on login, it is providing some different user interface to you, which is having some different fields, which is having some different look and feel, which is having different pick list values are available here. So nothing but what happened, whenever if you want to log in, then you will be having multiple options. From those options, select any of the option. Depends upon the option, automatically different user interface will be getting provided to you. Now, like the same way here, when coming to the Salesforce also, if you want to configure the record types means what? Object is same. Now in that object, we are storing some records. Those records we are going to be differentiating. Okay, those records we are going to be differentiating. So now, if you want to provide the different page layouts to the different users with a different set of fields, with a different pick list values for your business needs, then we have to configure record types. So now record types means what? As soon as when I click on login, then it is providing so many options to me. When I click on any of the option, automatically the associated user interface has been opened. Like the same way here, okay, like the same way here, whenever I'm going to be creating a new record, like as it may be account, it may be contact, it may be opportunity, it may be my custom objects also, whatever. When I try to create a new record by click on a new button, it should not open the form directly. It has to show some options to me. Based on the option which I have selected, it has to provide a different user interface. Nothing but what happened, this graphical user interface is nothing but what? A page layout. Now these text boxes and the pick list fields are nothing but called as our fields. So nothing but what happened, previously a different user interface has been opened. Now a different user interface has been opened. So now in this case, it is providing the user ID and the password, and along with that, one more field is available, that is corporate ID. Nothing but what happened, depends upon the customer type, they are going to be providing the different user interfaces with the different set of fields with the different pick list values. So now if you want to configure the same option, these are called as recorded types. Okay, these are called as recorded types. So now here, we'll see what exactly the recorded type. Record types are nothing but record types are used to provide different page layouts different users with different fields, different set of fields with different pick list values for the different business needs.
Is it different users or different profiles? If we try to profile, right?
Yes.
Are you?
But those profiles are associated with those users here.
Oh.
Whenever you are creating a user, we have to select the profile. Nothing but the profiles are interacting with those users.
Okay. But this layout tied to this page layout tied to a profile, right? Not directly to user.
Not directly not directly to that user. It will be tied to the profile, and that profile will be associating with that user.
Oh, okay.
Now, so now in order to provide this different user interfaces to the different users with a different set of fields with a different pick list values, then we have to configure record types. Now these record types are also called as business types. These are also called as business records. Record types are also called as a business types, or these are also called as a business records. Now, when coming to the record types here, where we can able to configure the record types here. So now in each and every object, okay, for each and every object, it may be standard or it may be custom, we can able to configure the record type. How many record types? Not only one, multiple, depends upon your requirement, we can able to configure the multiple record types also. Now, record types can be applicable for both standard and custom objects. An object can have one or more record types. Okay, an object can have one or more record types. Now observe this one here. So now depends upon the selection of that option. Like for example here, whenever if you're trying to be creating a new record inside your Salesforce, like as for example, when you go to that my customers, nothing but the accounts, when you click on new button, automatically the form has been opened. But I don't want to open the form. I want to provide the option, nothing but what type of account record you are going to create. Okay, what type of account record you are going to create. Based on the selection, I want to provide a different user interface. Okay, I want to provide a different user interface. Nothing but what happened, each and every record type will be associated with a page layout. Okay, every record type will be associated with a page layout. Now, so for that here, when coming to the ICICI Bank application, they have provided two login screens, but the customers are same. Okay, customers are same, but they have provided the different login screens for them. So it depends upon the customer type, they are going to be redirecting to that associated login screen. Like the same way, depends upon the options which we have selected, we can able to differentiate to the different user interface. Now, suppose for example here. So now when I click on account button, assume that I'm having that account object here. So now this is my account object. Which is having some collection of records. Now I'm trying to be creating a new account record over here. I'm trying to create a new account record. So that I'm using that new button. I'm using the new button to create a new account record. So now this is the new button. As soon as when I click on that new button, it should not open the form directly. It has to show two options to me here. Like it has to provide the two options. One is some new customer. Second one is an existing customer. It has to provide the two options. One is the new customer. Second one is the existing customer. So now here, it has to provide the two options to me. One is the new customer, second one is the existing customer. So now, depends upon the option which you have selected. It depends upon the option which you have selected, it has to redirect to the associated user interface. Now, so now when I click on this new customer, okay, when I click on this new customer, it has to provide a separate user interface to me. When I click on this new customer, it has to provide a separate user interface. Nothing but this is a user interface one. User interface means what? Page layout. This is a page layout one. And then I want to define one more page layout also here. I'm defining one more page layout. This is a second page layout right now. This is a page layout 2. So now in this page layout, whatever the fields that you want to show, whatever the pick list values that you want to show, we can able to configure here. So now when the user click on that new customer, it has to provide this page layout 1. When the user click on the second option that is called as existing customer, it has to provide the page layout 2. Now, so now here what happened, depends upon the option which you have selected, I want to redirect the user to the associated page layout. So now in this page layout, we can able to specify whatever the fields that you want to show, whatever the pick list values that you want to configure here, so that we can specify whatever the options that you want. So now when coming to my user interface, I want to configure here. For example, I'm having some customer. Now this customer is a new customer, or he may be an existing customer also here. Okay, he may be a new customer, he may be an existing customer. For example, let's come to a general scenario. Assume that we have an organization. Now assume that this is a TCS organization where we are recruiting a new employee today. Now today is a joining formalities here. First time he is joining into the TCS organization. He haven't worked in our organization in the past. This is the first time he is joining here. So as a new employee, we need to complete the joining formalities. Okay, we need to complete the joining formalities. In that joining formalities, we have to collect all the details here. Okay, we have to collect all the details. Like as we need his personal details, and then we need his address details. We need his contact details, and we have to initiate the background verification also, so that we have to display, we have to perform that background verification check. Nothing but BGC process we have to initiate, and we need some additional information also. Additional information. Now, so now for that here, because he is a new customer, nothing but the new employee who is going to be joining into my organization. So that here we need all the details of this employee, because this is the first time he is going to be joining into my company. Now come to the second case. He is an existing customer means what? For example, this person recently worked in our organization. Now recently 1 month back he got resigned from our company, and he is going to joining into a different organization. But when coming to my organization, I need this person again. Okay, I need this person again. Already we have given that all the relieving letters and the service certificates, everything we have provided to the candidate. But now we need this candidate again, because we got a new project. This person is the right person to handle this project. So for that, we need this candidate back to our organization again. So at that time, what happened? Again, we need to perform the joining formalities for this person also. Then at that time, just we need some personal details, and we need some, we don't want the address detail, because here already he is our employee in the past. So that here we don't want the address details. We don't want his contact details here. Just we need some additional information. So nothing but what happened here, whenever the user has selected the option as existing customer, it should not open all the sections. Like for example, if he is a new customer, I want to provide all the sections, like as account information section, address information section, additional information section, and the description information section. But if he is an existing customer, just I want that account information section, that is enough. I don't want address, I don't want additional information because he is our already existing customer. Already we have collected the details sometime before. Already we have those details in our database, so that I don't want to capture the details again and again and again. So for that here, it should not provide all these sections. It has to provide only 2 sections to me. Then how can we configure this kind of functionalities in Salesforce? Now we will see. So now for that, we would like to have to configure the record types, where inside this record types, we have to provide the 2 page layouts. As soon as when I click on that new customer type, it has to open that page layout 1. When I click on that existing customer, it has to open the page layout 2. In this page layout 1, we are providing some different set of fields. In the page layout 2, we are providing some different set of fields. Now in this page layout 1, I would like to configure some different pick list values. In this page layout 2, we want to configure some different pick list values. Nothing but what happened here. We are going to be providing the different page layouts with different set of fields with the different pick list values to the different users based on the business need. So for that here, we have to configure the recorded types. Now, whenever you got a requirement that whenever I'm creating a record inside the same object, if you want to provide different pick list values, then the solution is recorded type. By using recorded type, we can able to create the records inside the object, where depends upon the recorded type you have selected, the page layout will be different, fields will be different, pick list values will be different. Okay. Now, then how can we configure? Now we will see. So now before configuring that record type, first of all, we need that page layout here. Okay, we need that page layouts. So now we want the page layout here. Already you are aware of the page layout. How to configure the page layout, how to customize the page layout, you are aware of that. Already we have discussed during the page layout the customization concept that an object can have 1 or more number of page layouts. By default, whenever you are creating an object, Salesforce is providing 1 page layout to you. After that, later in the later stages, we can able to create 1 or more page layouts also. And depends upon we can able to configure the layouts also. Yeah.
Because I understand the record types, because I am like the day I asked also when you are like when you are like going the page layout. For example, page layout is associated with the profile, right? You can associate a page layout with profile 1. For example, I have a page layout 1, I can associate it to profile 1. I have a page layout 2, I can associate to profile 2. And profile 1 will have 5 users, user 1, user 2, user 3, user 4. And profile 2 has user 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
So when the user 1 logs in, he is associated to profile 1, and profile 1 is associated to page layout, so we can display that page layout.
Okay.
And if user 5 or 6 logs in, he is associated to profile 2, and profile 2 has a page layout too, then we can display that page layout too. Why do we need to have a record type? I'm a little bit confused here. Could you, I mean, like, I don't know whether I'm asking the right question, but the confusion.
No. So now whenever you are configuring this record types, page layouts are associated with the record type. Record type is associated with the profile. See, depends upon the profile, we can able to configure the record types. What record types to be get visible to the different profile users. Here we are not associating the page layout directly. We are associating through the record type.
So you cannot associate page layout to the page layout to the profile, no?
We can able to associate, but here the option is, if I am associating the page layout, when the user logged in, automatically the page will be getting open here. But now, okay, I want to provide the option, depends upon the option, I want to provide that associated page layout. So for that here, we are going to be associating the page layout with the record type, and record type internally associating with the page layout. For every profile users, we can specify what record types has to be get visible. From that, which record type will be the default one, which record type will be the remaining options, so that we can configure.
Okay. Now, if I don't want intermediate pages, like if I want to have a user wants to open page layout, I can go without the record type I can profile can have a page layout that can be work that will work for us?
See, so you can able to prepare that page layouts directly also, but pick list fields you cannot able to differentiate. Okay, in each and every page layout, the pick list values will be same, but I don't want, we cannot differentiate the pick list fields. See, so previously we have discussed when coming to the ICICI Bank login screen also, when I log in as the personal in that option like as pick list field, you will be having some different set of options are there. Like for example, okay.
Oh, got it.
Pick list fields we cannot differentiate by using directly the page layout. By using record types only it is possible to differentiate the pick list field values. That's what here I told you. When coming to your requirements, if somewhere if you got the requirement that we have to differentiate the pick list field values based on the record inside the same object, the solution is record type. Now,
okay.
Now we will see how can we configure these record types here. So now before configuring the record type, I need that page layouts here, the page layout 1 and the page layout 2. I need the 2 page layouts. These 2 page layouts will be having with some different sections, with a different set of fields, with a different pick list values. Now, let's see here, how can we configure the page layouts now? So now as already you are aware of that, when coming to the page layouts, for every object, Salesforce is providing a page layout, which is providing the graphical user interface to manage the records inside that object. But now, one page layout is not sufficient. I want to use 2 page layouts. One is for the new customer, and second one is for the existing customer. So at that time, we can able to create our own page layouts based on our requirement by cloning an existing one. Okay, by cloning an existing one, we can able to configure or customize our own page layouts also. Then how can we create the page layouts? Now we'll see practically. Now I would like to use this account object right now. Now in this account object, as soon as when I click on that new button, it is providing the form directly, but I don't want to provide the form directly. I want to provide the options, nothing but whether you want to create a new customer record or an existing customer record. So now based on that selection, it has to provide a different page layout to me. Then how can we configure? Now let's see practically here. For that, I need that 2 page layouts. My requirement is 2 page layouts I want. After that, we need to create 2 record types. This is nothing but the record types here. These are the recorded types. So now all are storing inside the account object only. Okay, all are storing inside the account object only. But when you click on the new button, the record types will be getting provided to you based on the record type you have selected. The associated page layout will be getting opened. Now, so now for that we need to create the 2 page layouts. Then we need to create the 2 record types, and these record types you have to associate it with the page layouts. Or we can do in the reverse order also. We can create the record types first, and then we can design the page layouts next, and then we can map these page layouts to the record types also. Both the options are there. We will see both the options also practically. Now, let's see here. I want to create a record type inside my account object here. First of all, we need the page layouts. We need to create the page layouts here. Then let's see what are the various page layouts offered by the Salesforce to you by default for this account object. Let's go to that build menu. Account is a standard object. Fields and everything ready-madely available inside that account. Go to that customize here. I would like to customize because I would like to add some more new features inside this account object. Now go to that associated object that is accounts, and go to that option called as page layouts. When you click on page layouts, then all the page layouts associated with the account object will be getting populated to you. Nothing but by default, Salesforce is providing 4 page layouts for this account object. 4 page layouts. Account layout, nothing but account layout for the marketing people, and for the sales people a separate layout, for the support people separate layout, and this is the standard layout given by this Salesforce. So now totally 4 layouts are available here. 4 page layouts are available for the account object that already we have discussed. An object can have 1 or more number of page layouts. Now, so now I want to create one more. Like as here, I would like to use the 2 page layouts right now. Page layout 1, page layout 2. One is for the new customer, second one is for the existing customer. So that I want to create the two page layouts right now here by cloning an existing one. In order to create your own new page layout, go to that accounts page layouts section, click on new button. Okay, click on new button here. So now select the page layout which you want to make it clone. So now we can create your own page layout from the beginning also, nothing but from the scratch also we can create, but it will be taking more time. But as a best practice, it is always recommended to clone an existing page layout upon creating a new one. Instead of creating everything by your own from the scratch, it is recommended to clone an existing one. Nothing but create a copy of the existing one so that it will be very easy to do the customization for that. Now select the layout which you want to use to clone here. I am going to be using this account layout. This account layout I would like to make it clone. Select the page layout which you want to make it clone, and then specify that page layout name. Nothing but with which name you want to create a new page layout here. I'm creating a page layout with the name new customer layout. Okay, new customer layout. So now it is giving one more option called as feed based layout. So what do you mean by this feed based layout here? Anyone? Feed based layout means
based on the fields will be displayed differently based on the user type.
okay. Now, so let's
feed based.
Okay.
Okay.
So now suppose for example, I'm using my contact object. When I click on new button, automatically a form has been opened. Okay, automatically form has been opened. So now in this form, we can able to enter the details to create a new record. Or if you want to see the details of an existing record, just click on any of the contact record name. Automatically contact record will be getting open for you. So now in this contact record, you will be having the details of the contact record. You will be having the associated related list like as the opportunities and the cases, open activities, activity history and everything. And along with that, you will be having the charter feed also. When you click on show feed, the charter feed option will be getting visible to you, where we can able to enter some information to post into that associated record. Now, for example here, when I click on case, observe how it will be looking like to you. I want to open an existing case record here. Click on the case number in order to open an existing case. Click on that case number. Automatically case record will be getting open for you. So now where is the case details here? Now here in this case, what happened? It is providing the two tabs to you. Okay, it is providing the two tabs to you. Now one is the feed, second one is the details here. Okay, one is the feed, second one is the details. So now by default, feed tab has been selected so that it is providing only the charter feed. When you click on details, it is providing the record details information here. Nothing but what happened when you go to that case object, the feed has been separated into a separated tab, and the actual case record details has been displayed inside a separated tab. But the same thing we are done with that contact also. Now both are available in the same looking field. Nothing but the charter feed is also available here itself. Record is also available here itself. So nothing but when coming to the case, they have provided a layout which is of type of feed based layout. Nothing but charter feed will be in a separated tab and the actual case record details will be in a separated tab. Nothing but this type of page layout is called as feed based layout. Okay. For the case object, they have used that feed based layout. Now, so now do you want that feed based layout or a normal layout? I want to use the normal layout like as account, contact for my position or whatever the layout that we have. I want the similar kind of layout here. I don't want the feed based layout so that I'm not selecting this checkbox.
So since case has a lot of charters, that's why they created a separate feed based layout, Firoz?
Yes, yes. Now, so now once you have selected that page layout which you want to make it clone, and then give the name, which name you want to create a new copy. And then click on save button. Once you click on save button, it is providing a new page layout to you with the specified name. So now it will ask you to configure that page layout here. This is a new customer. Okay, this is a new customer. For that here, I want to provide a different section. Okay, I'm adding a new section inside this. For each and every new customer, I want to do some background verification check. For that, I'm adding a new section. I'm adding a new section, background verification section. When I click on OK, it is adding a new section to me. So now whenever a new customer is trying to be added into my organization, I would like to have some initial verification of that customer. Like as I want to verify his website details. For that, I'm adding that fields. We would like to verify his PAN number. We want to verify the industry type to which they are associated. We want to verify their passport number. We want to verify their phone number. And then we want to verify the ownership of that organization. Okay, ownership of that organization here. So now these are the fields that I have placed inside this background verification section. Now address information is also required. Additional information is also required. Description information, everything is required for me. And along with that, I want to show one more section called as background verification section. So now in this background verification section, industry type, I want to make it as mandatory. And then website also, I want to make it as mandatory. And the passport number also, I want to make it as mandatory. Now click on that properties link. You can make that multiple fields as required in a single shot. Now click on OK. So nothing but what happened in this page layout, I am making few fields are mandatory right now. One is the website, second one is the industry, third one is the passport number. So now for my background verification, these fields are mandatory that we are going to be cross-checking from every customer side, so that we can able to specify these options, whatever the fields that you want. Now let's save this one. So now I have created a layout with the name new customer layout. This is the new customer layout which we have created just now by making a clone of the account layout. So now for the new customer, I have configured this one. So for the existing customer, I want one more layout. So now create one more layout by using that new button. Click on new and then specify that existing page layout which you want to make it clone. I want to clone that account layout now. I want to use that same standard layout. I'm creating a new layout with the name existing customer layout. So now for the existing customer, I want to provide a different layout here. Now click on save. Now this layout will be getting provided to you right now. So now he is already our existing customer, so that I don't want to capture more details here. Okay, I don't want to capture more details. Now I don't want the address information. Address information already we have in our organization because he is our past customer. So that I don't want the address details. I don't want the information about the additional informations. I don't want the additional information. And then we don't want that industry type. We don't want that annual revenue. We don't want the number of employees. We don't want that SSC code here. Nothing but only two sections has to be get visible. One is the account information section, description information section. I don't want the remaining details because he is already a past customer. Already we are holding his details. All the details are available in our database. So that here, I don't want to capture more details initially here. In later stages, if it is required, if he has changed his address, if he has changed his mobile number, then he will be providing those details also. But initially, we want only the few details are enough for us. So that here, I would like to provide a different layout right now. Now, let's save this one. Nothing but here, now we have created the two page layouts. One is an existing customer layout. Second one is a new customer layout. Both the layouts are ready with us. Okay, both the layouts are ready with us right now here. So now once you are ready with that layouts, now we can able to create the record types. Nothing but this part we are done as of now. This part we are done as of now. So now I want to create the record types inside your account object. Okay, we have to create the record types inside your account object. So now whenever you are going to be creating the record types inside an account object, so what is the navigation? Now we will see here. How to create a record type? Now we will see practically. So now I want to create two record types. One is the new customer, second one is the existing customer. Now, how to create the record type? What is the navigation? Now we'll see practically here. Creating the record type. So now in order to create the record type, click on the required object tab. In my case, that object is account, so that the tab name is accounts. Expand the first.com quick access menu. Expand the first.com quick access menu. And then click on record types link. Click on record types link. So now, when coming to the Salesforce, as soon as when you click on record types link, it will be providing a separate graphical user interface to you, which will display all the record types which you have created on this object in the past. If there is no record types are available, by default, Salesforce is maintaining one record type called as master. Okay, master is a default record type available for each and every object in Salesforce. Okay, each and every object in Salesforce. Now, default record type for each object is master. Okay, so now this master record type, what it will do is, when you click on that new button, automatically master record type is going to be redirecting to the page layout by default. Nothing but the normal page, it will be opening by default. It won't give any option. When you click on new button, automatically the page layout will be getting open for you. As of now, what we are using. But now we are going to be adding our own recorded types inside our object. Now, click on that recorded types link. Click on new button to create a new recorded type. Click on new button to create a new record type. Enter the record type label, name, and the description. Okay, enter the record type label, name, and the description. And after that, click on next button. Click on next button in order to select that page layout here. So now as soon as when you click on next button, it will ask you to select that page layout to you. Nothing but as soon as when you click on this particular record type, then which page layout has to be get open here. Now, select the page layout from the option, from the pick list. From the pick list. Whatever the page layouts are available inside that object, all the page layouts will be getting populated to you inside the pick list. From there, we have to select that page layout which one we want to show when we click on this recorded type. Now, once you select the record page layout, click on next button. Click on next button. And then select the checkbox, the visible checkbox. To make the record type to be applicable to all profile users. Okay, all profile users. And the ninth one, click on Save button. Click on Save button. Once the record type has been getting created, then it will ask you to change the pick list values. Nothing but when you click on this particular page layout, when you click on this record type, this page layout will be getting open for you. Now in this page layout, if you want to show some different pick list values, then we can configure the pick list values. Now the next step is configure the pick list of field values. Only the pick list of field values we can able to change depends upon the recorded type here. So now we can able to configure the pick list of field values here. Now we'll see. Then how can we implement this functionality? Now we'll see practically. Now come to your instance. In order to create the page layout here, record types, go to that associated object on which you want to create the recorded type. Go to the force.com quick access menu and expand it. You will be having an option called as view recorded types link. Click on view recorded types link. Now it is providing an option to you. It is giving some description also on this particular user interface. Use this page to create and maintain record types for your organization. You can display different page layouts and different pick list values based on the record type. Based on each and every record type, you can able to display the different page layouts with a different pick list of fields with a different fields available on that layout. Now I want to create a new page layout. Click on that new button to create a new page layout. So now specify that recorded type label, the name and the description. I'm giving that recorded type name as new customer recorded type, or simply I'm giving that new customer type. Now here I'm giving some description, new customer type. This record type will be inactive by default, so that here this will be having the active checkbox. It is enabling this record type to be get visible to all the profile users. Go to the next button. Now select the page layout which you want to open or display when you select this recorded type. Now here it is providing that pick list field to you. In this pick list field, all the page layouts which are available on the account object will be getting populated. From this one, we can able to select the page layout which one you want to display when you select the record type as new customer record type. So now for the new customer record type, I have designed one separate layout called as new customer layout. For the existing customer record type, I have created one more layout called as existing customer layout. So now here, select that page layout which you want to use. Now by default, it is using that marketing layout, account marketing layout. But I don't want to use the account marketing layout. Whenever they are trying to be creating an account record, if they are selecting the record type as new customer type, then please display the page layout as new customer layout. When you expand this pick list, all the layouts will be getting available to you. Select the page layout which you want to display upon selecting that particular record type. Now automatically the page layout has been applicable here for all these users. Now for all the profile users, the page layout has been applicable. This is displaying like as new customer layout inside this. Now let's save this one. Now the record type has been created for you and it has been assigned to that page layout here. So now once the record type has been created, then it will be providing all the pick list of fields to you. These are the various pick lists we have identified on the page layout. If you want to customize this pick list of field values, then we can customize. Now my requirement here, when coming to my pick list of fields, I want to customize the pick list of field values. So now as of now, as an organization, I am giving the services to so many customers. Now the customers belongs to the different domains, nothing but different industries. Some customers are related to the banking industry, some are belongs to finance, some are belongs to insurance, some are belongs to construction, healthcare and everything. But as of now, we are having so many customers who are belongs to different categories. But so every year we have observed our financial status, and from there we have identified that revenue which we are generating from each and every customer. From those we have identified that we are getting more profit from the banking, finance, healthcare, insurance, and manufacturing. From the remaining domain customers, we are not generating much revenue. We are not getting much profit here. So for that, what we have decided is, as an organization restructure, from now onwards, okay, from now onwards, whatever the customers that you would like to add, those customers should be belongs to either banking or finance or manufacturing or healthcare or life sciences. Nothing but only from these 5 domains only I would like to add the customer. Whatever the existing customers are there, for those existing customers, I would like to continue the service as it is. But from now onwards, whatever the new customers that you would like to add, those customers should be belongs to either banking, finance, insurance, healthcare, and the manufacturing. Nothing but the new customer should be belongs to any of these 5 industries here. Remaining industry customers I don't want. Why? Because we are not generating much profit out of it. So for that here, I would like to show only these 5 industry values inside my industry pick list. Then how can we configure here? Now you will be having all the pick list of fields are available here. Okay, all the pick list of fields are available. So now from this pick list of field, I would like to configure the industry pick list of field. Okay, I would like to configure the industry pick list of field. Let's click on that industry pick list of field. Click on edit button. Okay, click on edit button. So now as soon as when you click on edit button, it is providing all the values to you what are available inside that pick list of field. These are the various elements available inside this pick list of field. Now, what values you want to populate inside this industry pick list of field? I don't want to use all these options. I want to provide only that 5 industries, like as banking. I want to show the finance. I want to show the healthcare. I want to show the insurance. I want to show the manufacturing. Nothing but from now onwards, my new customer should be from any of these 5 industries. The remaining industry customers I don't want. So for that here I'm selecting only that particular industries here. Nothing but once the record types has been getting configured, then we can able to change the pick list of field values also. Depends upon the recorded type. Now from these values, which value you want to make it as a default? So for that here you will be having an option called as default option. Which value you want to make it as a default? If you want to make any of the value as default from this 5, we can able to select. If you want to make it as none as the default, then you can select that none as default here. Now, I'm making that none value as a default one. Now click on save. So now one record type we have configured here. Now, let's create one more record type here. Let's go to the record types of account object. Click on record types again. It is providing the record type which you have configured right now. Now new customer type we have configured. I want to create one more record type here. Click on new button. Give the record type label, name and the description. This is an existing customer type. I'm giving the same name for the description also. Make this record type as active. Okay, I'm making this record type as active. This record type has to be get visible to all the profile users by selecting this enable for profile checkbox. And then go to the next button and now select the page layout which you want to open upon selecting this record type. So now select the page layout which you want to make it the default for this record type. Now by default it is configuring that account marketing layout. But I don't want to use this account marketing layout. I want to use my own layout which I have configured previously. I want to use my own layout that is nothing but the existing customer layout. For the existing customer record type, I have created one layout which has been providing the different set of fields. Now once you are selecting that layout, automatically the same layout will be getting applicable to all the profiles available inside this. Now, next save this one. Click on save. So now when coming to the industries, industry pick list is available right now here, so that it is populating all the industry names because here this is the existing customer. Now when coming to my existing customer, We are serving to all the existing customers, whatever we have right now. As of now, we are having all the categories of customers are there. So that here, I don't want to change any industry pick list values here. Now we have configured the two record types on this account object right now. When you click on the record types link, it is providing the two record types to you. Both are in active status. Now this is the existing record customer type. This is the new customer type. Now let's go to that account object here. Now let's click on that my customers. Whenever you are trying to be creating a new record, click on new button. It is providing the record types to you. New customer type and the existing customer type. Nothing but two options are visible to you over here. The form will not be visible to you directly here. Like the same way, whenever you are trying to be logging into the ICICI Bank application, when you click on login, it is providing so many options here. From there, depends upon the option you have selected, the associated login screen has been opened for you. Like the same way, when you click on new button, it is providing the options to you. By default, it is providing the new customer type as the default one. When I click on continue, it is providing that associated page layout to you. Okay, this is the associated page layout, which is having that 5 sections like the account information section, background verification section, address information section, and then we are having that additional information section, description information section. Everything is available right now over here. Now in this background verification section, we have made few fields are mandatory, like as industry and the website and the PAN number and the passport number. We have made that fields are mandatory here. Now, so that here, whatever the page layout that you have selected, that page layout has been visible to you. Now when you go to the industry here, for the new customers, the industry should be any of the 5 industries here. So that when you go to that industry field, okay, when you go to that industry field, it has to provide only those 5 values inside that pick list of field. Now when you expand that, it is providing only those 5 options: banking, finance, healthcare, insurance, and the manufacturing. Only these 5 values are visible to you by default here. Because we have configured the new customer should be any of these 5 industries. Those has to belong to from any of these 5 industries, because from now onwards we would like to give the support to these 5 industries only. Now, for example, if I'm selecting the existing customer layout here, now click on new button. Whenever if I'm selecting the existing customer type, when you select the existing customer type, when you click on continue, it is providing a page layout to you, which is having the 2 sections here. Nothing but a different page layout you will be getting visible to you with the different fields, with the different pick list of values. So now in this case, whenever you are using that pick list of fields, you will be able to see that values here. Now, so now for the existing customers, we haven't provided the pick list, the industry pick list value here. So let me provide that pick list value also on that. Let's go to that layout. I'm placing that field also here. For that account page layout, for the existing customer layout, I want to place that industry pick list also. Industry. I'm placing that industry field. So now when you click on new button, whenever you are selecting the existing customer type, when you click on continue, it is providing the industry pick list also, customer industry. When you expand that, it is providing all the industry names to you. Nothing but what happened, we are able to customize the pick list values depends upon the record type selected by the user. So now this is the way we can able to configure the record types inside our Salesforce. Now come to the remaining concepts inside this here. Whenever I'm configuring the record types, then what will happen in Salesforce here? Now let's come to this point.
Firoz?
Yeah.
Question. We are having an intermediate page, right? I don't want that intermediate page. Based on the login user, we should take you to directly to this screen or the other screen, new user screen or the existing. So based on the user itself, can we do that without the intermediate screen, Firoz?
No. In Salesforce, we have to go with this record type selection page itself.
Okay.
If you want to do that, then we can do one thing. By using that visual first page, depends upon the user who has logged in. When they click on new button, and then we can able to redirect to the associated page also directly. That possibilities are there by using customization.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now, the next one. What will happen whenever I'm enabling the record types inside this object here? These points are very, very important here. Whenever we are going to be enabling the record type on an object, then by default, Salesforce is adding one field on that object called as record type ID field. Okay. See, for every object, Salesforce is providing some standard fields like as ID, name, owner, created by, last modified by. So now all these fields are standard fields given by the Salesforce field. But now, whenever you are going to be enabling the record types on an object, Salesforce will be adding a new field, which is a standard field called as record type ID. Why it is adding this field here? Where all these record types are available here? What are the record types that you have created? All the record types will be storing inside a common object called as record type object. Now let me show you here. All record types configured in the organization will store in record type object, which is a standard object maintained by the Salesforce. Now see here. Now for each and every object, it won't create a separate record type object. If I'm creating the record types on account object, suppose for example, we have created 2 record types on account object. In future, I'm creating some record types on the lead. I'm creating some record types on my position object. I'm creating some record types on my opportunity object. Nothing but what happened, we are having so many objects are there in our Salesforce organization. On each and every object, we can able to create some record types, depends upon your need. At that time, all these record types will be storing inside a common object called as a record type object. So now then, how can we see these record types here? Now, in order to see the record types, we can able to make a query also from the query editor. So how can we query that here? You can query that with the help of the select the ID, name of the record type, and then yes subject type. Yes subject means Salesforce object. Nothing but all the record types are available inside this common object called as a record type. Then how can we differentiate? These record types are associated with this object. These record types are associated with this object. For that here, it is maintaining a field called as a subject type, which indicates to which object this record type has been associated. And then from the record type object. Okay, from the record type object. Then how can we query this one? Now we will see practically here. Let's go to your Salesforce instance. Go to your developer console. I'm using my developer console right now. Click on developer console. You are aware of that. How to navigate to this. Go to that query editor. Okay, go to that query editor. Now make a query here. Write that query. Select ID, name, yes subject type from record type. Now when you click on execute, it is going to be listing out all the record types available inside these objects here. So now these are the various record types are available right now. All the record types are maintaining inside an object called as record type object. This is a common object maintained by Salesforce internally. So now for my account object, we have created 2 record types. One is the new customer record type and then existing customer record type. These are the 2 record types we have created on our object account. If you want to see only the record types which are associated with the account, then we can able to add the where clause also. Now in that select statement, whatever the clauses are there, everything will be applicable here. The same clauses, no change. Where yes subject type equals to some account. I want to get only those record types which are associated with the account object here. Now we can see only the record types which are associated with the account object here. These are the 2 record types are there from the record type object which are associated with the account object here. This is the way we can able to query that record types. Now,
but master should also select, right? For Firoz?
yeah.
Master is a default for all the account types. Master is a record type for all the objects, right?
Yes.
Why the master?
See,
Why the master
will not be visible inside this record type because it is a common for every object here. So for that here, it is not going to be displaying that option to you. Now it is not displaying any option. When you click on new button, automatically it will be redirecting the user to that standard page layout given by the Salesforce. That's what here they are not going to be enabling here. If it is one option, no need to select that. If it is multiple options are there, then we need to select that. For that here, whatever the record types that we have configured explicitly, only those record types will be getting visible inside this. Master is the default one. During that profiles, I will show you practically master is available or not. If I'm not selecting, then what will happen? I will show you practically.
Thanks, Firoz.
Okay. The next one here. So what will happen here? If it is maintaining in a separate object all the record types in a separate place, then how do we know this is a record which is associated with this record type? So for that here, upon creating a record type on an object, Salesforce is adding a new additional field called as record type ID. Okay, record type ID. Now, let's make a note here. This is very, very important here. Once we enable or configure the record types in an object, then Salesforce will add a new column in the object with the name record type ID column. Okay, you will be having a field called as record type ID. So now what it contains here? This record type ID will be holding the ID of the record type which you have selected while creating the record. See. So now we have discussed here. Suppose, for example, I am creating a new record here, account record. I am creating a new account record. Click on new button. I am selecting the record type as a new customer type. When I click on continue, inside the record type ID field, it will be storing the ID of this new customer record type. So what is the ID? Inside that record type, you will be having that record types are there. So these are the IDs are there and the names of the record types and the object. On our account object, we are having the new customer record type and this is the ID of the record type 0, 1, 2, 2 like that. It will be having some value here. This ID will be storing inside that ID column automatically. So now, based on that column, we can able to differentiate that which record is associated with which record type. So for that internally, Salesforce is maintaining a separate field called as record type ID field. Now, upon creating a new record, inside the account object, it will store the selected record type ID in the record type ID field. In the record type ID field. So whatever the record type that you have selected, that record type ID will be storing inside this record type ID field automatically. Now, if you want to see that field, then we have to drag and drop that field on your layout. Now, to see the record type of the record, we can place the record type field on the layout. Okay, on the layout. Then how can we place that field on the layout? Now let's see here. Let's go to your page layouts created by the Salesforce, and then we have created. Go to that edit button for that new customer layout. Salesforce is adding a new field called as record type ID field. I want to place that record type here. For that, you will be having a field called as account record type. See here, account record type. Now this is the label of that field. Okay, this is the label of the field. Now place that field wherever you want here. I'm placing that field onto my layout so that I can know to which record type this field is record is associated. Now let's save this one. Now I want to customize that existing one also here. Click on edit. Now I want to place that field on this layout also. Account record type. I'm placing over here. Now save. Nothing but we can place that record type ID field on your layout. Now let's create your account record here. I'm creating a new account record. Click on new button. Select that record type which you want to use. New customer type. Click on continue. Now it is giving that indication. This is a record which is associated with new customer type. Okay, this is a new customer type record type you have selected upon creating this record. So now what is the use of placing this field? Now let me show you practically here. Now for example, I'm creating a record. I'm creating a record with the name some Srinivas Vemuri. Account number, I'm entering some value inside this. Account site, I'm entering some value, manufacturing division. Type is a installation partner. Rating is some heart. Fax number. Number of employees. And I'm entering some annual revenue value. Website, I'm specifying some Forces Incorporation. Industry is some banking. Contact number, I'm entering some value. PAN number, I'm entering some value. And the passport number, I'm entering some value. Ownership, I'm making it as some private. And I'm entering some address details also. Some Lake V Street, some Hyderabad, state is some Telangana, postal code, and the country as India. I'm making this account as active so that I'm selecting the active status as yes. Now I'm saving this record here. Okay, I'm saving this record. Now click on save this record here. Okay, click on save this record. Okay, click on save this record here. Record has been saved successfully. These are the details of my record, which is associated with a record type called as new customer type. Okay, new customer type. Now come to the scenario here. So what is the importance of placing this field on this particular layout? For example, assume that I have joined into a company like some TCS, which is some 3 years before. 3 years before I have joined into the TCS company. During the joining formalities, they asked me to provide an ICICI bank account. But I don't have any ICICI bank account at that time. So I request them to please contact your bank representative so that he will open a new account for me. So that I have opened a new ICICI bank account here. I have opened a new ICICI bank account. So now I'm using that bank account, which is a salary account here. Which is a salary account, where we no need to maintain any balance. So this is a zero balance account. This is a zero balance account. So now I'm using that account since almost 3 years. 6 months back, I got an opportunity in some Capgemini. 6 months back. 6 months back, I got an opportunity in Capgemini here. So now I have joined to that Capgemini here. In that Capgemini, all the employees are having HDFC bank account. HDFC bank account. Okay, HDFC bank account. So now, as part of that organization, myself also should have in a HDFC bank account in order to get the salary. So that during the joining formalities, they have opened a HDFC bank account for me here. I have opened an HDFC bank account and I'm using that bank account since almost 6 months. Now, since the 6 months, I'm not using that ICICI bank account here. So then what will happen? Will that account will be available like a same salary account or not? Now, at that time, what happened? When coming to the ICICI bank account, those people will verify whether this account is going to be crediting with the salary from past 3 months or not. If the person is not getting the salary since the past 3 months inside a salary account, then automatically they are going to be converting that salary account to the savings account. They're converting that salary account to the savings account. So nothing but what happened, we can able to convert that customer type from salary customer to saving customers also here. Okay, salary customer will be having some different features. Savings customer is having some different features. Like as if it is a savings, then we have to maintain minimum 10,000 rupees as the balance. Minimum we have to maintain 10,000 rupees. If it is a salary account, then the minimum balance is 0. Minimum balance is 0. No need to maintain any minimum balance account here. Nothing but what happened, by using this option, we can able to convert the record from one record type to another record type. Suppose, for example, here, since the 6 months I'm working in some Capgemini here. Recently, I got an opportunity from Cognizant. Recently, I got an opportunity in Cognizant. So now, in Cognizant, today is the joining date for me. Today is the joining date. So then what happened, when coming to all the Cognizant employees, they should have the ICICI bank account. So now they asked me to provide an ICICI bank account, which I'm holding in the past. If you have that ICICI bank account, then please provide us, or else I will ask our representative to create a new bank account for you. So now here, when coming to the ICICI bank, I cannot able to hold the multiple accounts because that is purely a unique ID here. So that a person can have only one bank account in the ICICI bank. They cannot hold the multiple accounts here. So for that, what we need to do, already I'm having a savings account here. Okay, I'm having a savings account. Now I'm asking the representative, already I'm holding a savings account where I'm maintaining the minimum 10,000 rupees as the minimum balance. So now from today onwards, I'm going to be the part of this Cognizant organization, so that please provide me a salary account for me here. So for that, what he told is, no need to create a new account. Whatever the account that we have, please convert that account from savings to salary. We can convert that savings account to salary here. Nothing but what happened, we are going to be converting the account from one record type to another record type. From salary to savings, or from savings to salary also. So now, by using this field, okay, by using this record type field also, we can able to convert the record from one record type to another record type. So now here currently he is a new customer type. So now I would like to convert him as an existing customer. So now if you want to change the record type of a record, then just to go to that record type of field, click on change link. Click on change. So now currently this record is associated with which record type. Now transfer this account Srinivas Vemuri from current record type is new customer record type. Now to whom you want to convert. Nothing but which record type you want to make it convert. I want to convert it to existing customer type. Select that record type to which you want to convert. Click on continue. Now it is providing that layout which is available for that existing customer layout. Now we can able to save this information. I'm saving this one. So now he is our existing customer right now, so that he will be having that only that associated page layout is available here. Now you can raise a question here. Suppose in future, if I'm converting that existing customer to new customer, at that time, in that new customer, I have entered some field values there. I have entered the address details, I have entered the active status details, everything I have entered. Then what about those values? Those values will be stayed over there, or those values are lost? No, your values will be available over there. Now let's see here. I have converted that particular record type from new customer to existing customer. Existing customer layout is having only few field values here. Now I'm converting from existing to new customer. Now go to that account record type of field. Click on the change link. Now select the record type to which you want to make it convert. Click on continue. So now previously whatever the details that you have entered, those details are available to you. Those details are populating. Your data will not be lost at all. If you want to change any value, then you can change. I'm changing the rating value from 100 to 1. I'm changing the number of employees to some 60. I'm changing the annual revenue value to some 15 lakhs. I've changed some values and then we can make it as save. Nothing but what happened, by placing that record type field on that record, we can able to convert the record from one record type to another record type. The possibilities are available right now. So now for that purpose, we are going to be placing the record type field on our record itself. Clear? So this is a way we are going to be configuring the record types on our objects.
First, can we go into the database and change the record type ID so that we don't have to do a screen, so it will be programmatically? Can we do with?
Yeah, through programmatically also we can do this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Through programmatically also we can do this, because here if you want to change the record type for each and every record manually, it will be taking more time. So that in a single shot we can able to update all the record types also. It is single shot. The possibilities are there. Okay. So in tomorrow's session we are going to discuss about few more options inside